Okay, hey guys, this is Sherry Criswell, independent designer for Couture. I missed my Tuesday live, so I thought I'd come on today. Let me turn this down. Of course I didn't do that, so we get an echo. Okay, I love showing Couture surfaces online so you can see how awesome they are. Okay, got all my devices mute so that we don't get an echo. I'll get this down one of these days. Anyway, two surfaces that I'm going to work on today is this new Bistro spinning sign, and it just spins on both. Isn't that cute? It's a very nice looking sign, and it's reusable. All of our chalk surfaces are reusable. So I've got this side on my hutch right now for Halloween, and then when Halloween's over, I'm going to turn it over and work on this side. And I'm going to put the give thanks on it, and I'm going to show you how you can make this fit on here. The other surface is our board and base. Now this one is the little bit older design. The only thing that's different is the new ones, the base is a lighter stain color. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. I love this. As you can see, the chalkboard, the quality is the same. They're really nice. And you could do it portrait, you can do it landscape, and you could do it on both sides. And wash it off and completely redo it, which I have done. Obviously, this one I've done on this side. So we're going to turn it over today and do it on this side. And on that one, I am going to put the gobble till you wobble. So that I can put out there for Thanksgiving. All right, I think we'll start out with the give thanks. And to get this off, you just unscrew the top part. Unscrew it to go counterclockwise. Take this knob off. Eventually. There we go. See it has a hole on both sides, the bottom and the top. And we're going to do this side today. So I'm going to put this off to the side. And then of course this one, this is what sprinkle means, S-H-A-R-E, which Facebook doesn't like that word, so we sprinkle everything. And if you could, I would really appreciate it if you would sprinkle it around. It just gives me more of an audience and helps my business viewership grow. And thank you if you do that. Okay, let's take give thanks with the pumpkin, and we're going to make it work on here. All of our A-size transfers will fit on both of these surfaces. But you can also use bits and parts of other larger surfaces and, you know, incorporate it in your smaller chalkboard signs. So this one doesn't exactly fit. It would if I put it up, you know, sideways, but you don't want your sign to be that way. So I'm going to show you how to do it to make it fit. Open this up, and the package that it comes in, I keep. That's how I store it. And I have used this one several times so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to eyeball this. So the give is up on top, And then later I'm going to take this down and I'm going to put thanks right let's see. Maybe we'll do the, move it up just a little bit. Okay, the thanks part, we're not going to do the give there, just the thanks on the bottom. It's about the same, and I got enough room for the leaves. So that's what I'm going to do first, is the thanks in white, and this will be in the green, and this, of course, the pumpkin. All right, so let's get our paste ready. I guess I should see too if this is going to be straight. It does look a little bit crooked. Okay, that looks better, I think. Maybe not. Okay, well, if it doesn't look right after I chalk it, I'll wash it off and do it again. Okay, so let's start with getting the white, and this is brand new paste. This is beautiful. This is how you want it when you get it. Nice and creamy and smooth. Just drips off. Some people like it a little thinner than that. I'm good with this one. But if you want it a little bit thinner, just use some distilled water, and I just spray one spray at a time and mix it, because you don't want to get it too thin. Okay, the white is good. The green is shimmer olive, which is so pretty. It's a little bit of different texture. It's a little bit thicker. See that sheen? It's pretty. All right, and we want some, I had papaya for my orange. This is towards the bottom, so it might be getting a little bit thicker. That still looks pretty good, and it's still nice and creamy, which is good. This is what you want. But we are getting towards the bottom of that one. So let's take, I think I'm going to take some small squeegees. Now I took just a regular squeegee, let's see here, and I cut it with the scissors. That's all I did. This is a small size, and I just took the scissors. Some of them I cut in 3 parts to make the thinner one. The bigger size one, I just cut in half. This is the tools you're going to use. And they work pretty good. I also have this hockey puck like stick, hockey stick, not hockey puck, which it has a small squeegee on this side for small details, which might be good for the green right here. Or, and also this part is for cleaning your paste jars, and you can get around the edges of that and get it really mixed good. So I am going to start with, let's do, let's do the pumpkin first. All right, just need a little bit, not much. I'm gonna put it on kind of thick. dry on me. And now I come back. Let's do the white for the thanks. I'm just careful not to go down here because I'm going to use a different color. Of course, you could do this all in one color. Makes it much easier and quicker. And I might have color a little bit, but that's fine. When I take it off, I can wipe it off. Because chalk paste goes on thin, it's like a paste, and it dries hard. And you can rub it all you want, but it's not going to come off until you add water and scrub it a little bit. Got a little white. Get rid of that white. Okay. All right, now let's do a little bit of the green. And I'm just getting a little bit on the squeegee, trying to be careful to not blend my colors. If I do, I do. I don't always mind the results. And when I do the gobble wobble, I'll show you one in which I'm going to do a hot mess with it. Just mix it all up. And it might look a little scary until you pull the thing up, and then it's like, oh, not bad. All right, now let's go back here and scrape off the extra on the pumpkin. All right, let's pull this up, see what we did. And if you see some spots you want to do a little bit more, then put it back down. Pull it up. So you take it up slightly, just slowly, straight up. So far, so good. Yeah, that part's done. Now, you see the part here where I went over a little bit? I'm just going to wipe that off. And I'm just going to use my wipe. Or you could use paper towel, just dampen it a little bit. Just wipe it off. And then wait for it to dry before you do the rest of it. Okay, now all I have to do, once this is good and dry, is take this transfer and put the give up here with the little greenery on top. And then I'm done with that one. So that was easy. So maybe while I'm waiting for this to dry, I'm going to put that aside. It only takes about 4 minutes for chalk paste to dry, so it won't take very long. All right, this is a new one, and first time I'm using it. So again, it's in the plastic container. Take this out. And your transfer is always the, just take your finger, and you can see how sticky it is. It's a brand new one, so it's pretty sticky. Sticky side of the transfer to the glossy side of your backer. And always mark your back, because sometimes you're just busy working quickly and you put it on the wrong side. If you put it on the matte side, you could ruin your transfer. It could pull everything up with it. You might have trouble getting it off. So make sure the sticky side of the transfer is to the glossy side of the backing, because it's reusable and you want to be able to take care of it so you can use it over and over again. Okay, now this one we're going to do landscape. Put this over here. Put all my parts over here on the back table so I can find them later. I have a tendency of putting things down and not being able to find them. Okay. Here's another trick that I do, especially with new transfers. I will fold the corner down. My nails aren't that long, so it gives me something to pick it back up on. And when you wash it, when you get it wet, the stickiness will go away and you can pull that off. So let's center that, but remember it goes into the base. It goes into this base, so there's about not quite an inch. So you want to raise it up a little bit. So if you're in doubt, put it where you think it would be good. Okay. Now let's see. Yes. See, we're good. All right, take your hand, smooth out in case there's any bubbles, because if there's any air bubbles in there, that is where your ink could seep underneath and you get a smeary kind of, not a crisp design. So you want to be able to read the words, and everything where you can see the black is where the netting is, and that's where we're chalking. Okay, so I was thinking we could do, get some of this paste off the side so it's not too dry. Let me do this temporarily until we get back to it. You don't want to leave your paste open when you're done with the project, because the more air it hits, the drier it'll get on you. And you can use almost anything to mix this, the paste up. Just do not use a wood stick, because the wood is porous and it'll soak up the moisture in your paste and you'll get really dry paste. All right, I was thinking maybe a little camel for the main part of the base, and then I might do a little red around here and kind of blend those in, or maybe orange, I don't know, we'll see. And then dab the orange, the red, and the yellow throughout, make our hot mess. So let's see. Use some other new paste. Just mix it really good. Yeah, let's get all the paste ready first before we put it on here, because we don't want the paste to dry. This is a little bit thicker, so I'm going to add some water, distilled water. You don't want those chemicals in there. And just do one at a time. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's good. Just depends. After you do it for a little bit, you can kind of tell the texture that you like with your paste. It looks kind of crooked to me. I think it is. See if I can straighten that out. What do you think? Good? Well, since I still cannot, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the comment things. Oh, I do see. Hi, Jean. Hi, Julie. Anyway, I think it's Julie, maybe Bob. All right, let's do the main part of it in the camel. I'm just gonna put some dabs on here in the feet. And let's see, we're gonna need some more. I'm gonna use the big one on that one. And we want some orange. So we're just gonna put some orange around the outside of the body. Now, and this is what I always say, get your paste ready before you start laying it down. And I didn't do that. Mix it up. This is nice and creamy. So far so good with the paste. Jean, you have this transfer too. And and now this is scarlet, I think. Yes, scarlet. It's just a little bit of a deeper, not quite as bright red as candy apple is. Okay, we're gonna start just putting dabs all over the place. The hot mess is about to begin. It could truly look like a hot mess too, so let's see what happens. And you can't put this back into your jar because you will contaminate your colors. So whatever's left over, sadly, will be wasted. I hate to waste, but okay, let's do the body. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go around with the orange, just around the body part. And what I'm going to do with that, take a little bit of water. I'm going to spray it on my mat, not much. And I'm going to get my finger wet, not real wet, just a little bit. And just blend this in. Now let's just do kind of a like an S motion all the way around with your squeegee. And you can see where I came up, well, I didn't come up with it, but a hot mess. Kind of making a new orange there. All right, then I'm going to come by and take off all the excess. And you can see through to your design again. Now, I'm hoping I did not let this dry on here. All right, let's see what this hot mess looks like. Take it from the straight edge, pull it straight up, and you can see this before I can. Whoops, just look like I did get this part kind of dried on it, so dampen my finger, swirl around. right, let's see if that fixed it or not. Gobble till you wobble. It worked. All right, so see the hot mess? Turned out pretty cute. I like that. And if you have kids that like to do this, this is kind of fun for them to do, to work with you with it. Because when you're doing it, it looks really like a mess, like a hot mess. When you take it off, it's really pretty. I like it too with fall leaves. This technique works really good with that. Now, I do have a little spot that I went over the line, and because it's paste, you can wipe it right off. All right, and that one's all done. Put it in its stand. Now, you could put ribbon across here, or you can chalk on this too. Before I would chalk on it, I would put some wax, because it's wood, and it'll soak it in, and it'll do a much better chalking if you put a little bit clear wax on it, or dark if you like, it's fine. And we also do have wax. We have surface wax. What's really nice about this, there's no color to it. Mine's almost gone. And there's no smell to it, no chemical smell. So if you're doing this inside, you don't want all those fumes in there. I don't, anyway. I'm going to take some of these squeegees and just put them in water. Let's see, what do I need? I need white and green. So let's bring this one back. I'm just going to temporarily put the lids on these that I'm not using now, so they don't get all dark or thick. I do need the green, I don't need the orange, and I need the white. So first thing I'm going to do is wipe this off, because I got kind of dried paste on there. Or you could get another squeegee. All right, now, I have not washed this off yet. So let's try. Let's see, should we center that? What do you think? I want the give. And take your finger on just the part you want to chalk on to smooth it out. Make sure it's sealed around it. There's a little bit of a fold right here. You can feel it with your fingers if there's an air bubble in there. All right. I'm just going to do this squirrely part in green and then the rest in white. So, that was quick. Now do the green. Now let's go this way, so I don't mix it in with the white. And again, I could have used my hockey stick, squeegee, but I didn't. We have lots of different squeegees. Okay, let's pull it up. Ta-da! See? And this didn't exactly fit unless you did it sideways, and I didn't want to do that. So I just did this part first and then put this one on the top, and I'm liking that a lot. So there's our two signs, and let's see if I can get this back in here. I want to put the tops on here, kind of, to keep my paste from drying out. And let's see here. I want to put that in the hole on the bottom. And then screw this clockwise. Until it gets down. Okay, got it. No, I don't, not yet. There we go. Oh, got a little paste on the side, which I can clean off. Okay, we have Thanksgiving, and we turn it around, and we have Halloween. I love this sign. This is brand new, actually. I think it's really pretty. All right, Thanksgiving. And then this one you turn over and you put it the other way, and you have family. Oh, and here you can put chalk on the base. So it's easy to do. Or you could just decorate it with ribbon, however you like to embellish it. So what do you think? You like it? You want to try that fun hot mess technique? All right, I'm going to put this aside. And my hands are a mess. Okay, I'm going to show you how to take care of all these pastes and the transfer. Now, I know this isn't the most fun part, but if you have a transfer and you want to really take care of it, this is kind of nice to know. So first of all, what I do, and all this paste is really nice and creamy and good, so I want to make sure it stays that way. Now the best way to do that is take your paste off, and you want to make sure you don't have a lot on the rim so you can get a good seal when you put the cap back on. So what I do is I take a paper towel, wet paper towel, or a wipe, either one, and I wipe this around so there's no paste on the outside. Then I'll take a little spray of distilled water, just a little bit, don't mix it, just put it on top, add a little moisture before you close the lid. This just makes it better for next time. It's just a little trick that helps make your paste last. This stuff does last quite a while. My orange is almost gone, but that's because I've been using it like crazy over this fall and Halloween season. Now, do the same with all of these. Like I said, the shimmer is a little bit different. It's like you get the glitter without the glitter mess, which is nice. They're a little bit thicker, but they're still nice and creamy, which you want. Okay. I'll just do these real quick. Or actually what I could do is, now that I've showed you what to do, I'll put these aside and finish them after the video. Now, with our transfer, Now normally I would take this to the sink. Just put it underneath the sink and wet it. And not with hot water. You would use cool to look room temperature water. And I got some water here on the side. You also want to use a board eraser. This is wonderful. And this will also clean up your chalkboards. Sometimes if you have chalk paste on there for a long time and you take it off, it'll leave a little bit of a ghosting, which is kind of a shadowing of what you had on before. Use this and it'll take it right off. It's a lot like magic eraser, only it doesn't have the chemicals in it. So I'm going to spray this a little bit on my mat. And of course this will be much easier to get off in the sink, and it's been sitting with the paste on it for a while. Rinse that out. I just squeeze some of that out. You just wipe it. Get the chalk out, especially, now some colors will stain a little bit. That's perfectly fine. What you want to really clean, now this still needs cleaning, but can you see the netting, all the design is a silkscreen netting, and that's what makes the good design. So you want to make sure you have this really clean good. And you can use this on both sides. And then usually what I'll do is come back with a wipe. You can use Clorox, you can use Lysol, just don't use a baby wipe. The baby wipe has lanolin in it, and that'll take the stickiness out of your transfer. You don't want to do that. All right, take this and wipe it off both sides. Especially on the sticky, this will help bring the stickiness back, because now it's wet. This isn't sticky. As soon as it dries, the stickiness comes back. You let it dry. I usually will let it dry on some paper towel. It can dry my mat too, and let it air dry. You can use a hair dryer, but you want to do it on a cool setting, and you don't want to get any heat close to it, because if you do, it's going to shrink up and distort your transfer. Don't do that. So I like to let things air dry. That's about it. So I'm really glad you guys watched. I hope it helped some. It's really kind of fun, and I'm addicted to it. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments or message me, and I'll be glad to answer them. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching me. See you next time. Bye.